Hello guys, today we are going to create our own helmet rack. When I was looking on the internet for systems or devices to store my helmets, I really couldn't find anything I really liked except for one, and that's this one here. I had a picture of it, I found it via Google, can't find it anymore, but I remembered what it looks like, so I decided to, actually copy it. One important criterion for me was that the helmet rack would be something cool to watch at. I wanted to create 4 of them, and one is free for a future helmet. When I'm in the hall or where people are in the hall, they can see it, so it has to be cool. For me it also had to fit with these oaken planks, so I've used some oak here. But I personally think design is pretty well. It works cool, and it's easy to fit your helmet on it because you just take off like this and you just put it on like that. So that's it. In this video I will show you how you can create, of how I've created this helmet rack. And decide for yourself if it's worth your while to create one. Also read the description. I will show you which tools I used and the order in which I created this design. I will give you some measurements of the 3 different parts of the helmet rack. So please read the description before you watch the video. I've tried to keep it as short as possible, but I also want to create a video which shows you step by step how you can do it. If you have tips, also share them. Perhaps there are other people who decide to create this rack after they watch my video. So together we can create an even better design if necessary. So enjoy this video and let me know if you have created one and what it looked like. So I'm right back in my little shed. I got my cup of tea. And well, I just showed you in my house where I keep my helmet. I was looking for a nice way to store my helmets. I came up with this here. I have to be honest, I didn't create this design, but this is what we're going to make. I thought it was really nice for in your house. Step by step, I'm going to show you how you can easily make this yourself. If you at the end of the video would have any questions, be so kind to leave that in the comments and I will get back to you as soon as possible. But it is really simple. With this video you can easily copy it and give it an own twist. This is the piece I used, galvanized steel. You can also use copper or alumina or, well, actually some wire. It's just what you like, it's just how you want to design. I'm not going to show you every step. Some things, for instance, how to create these wooden pieces. I just took myself a piece of wood from an old cupboard, oak wood, and just make some circles here and use a jigsaw. And well, then you can use a sander. I made these in advance. You can use a sander here to keep some round, to get some round edges. This is the back side. I just leave it this way because it's going to be mounted on the wall like this. So you're never going to see the back of it. So this is a smaller one. To give you an idea how big this is, a diameter of 15 centimeters divided by 2.54 and you got the inches. And the smaller one is 9 centimeters. So what I'm doing is I'm just putting some lines here which indicates where I want the steel to bend. So I had 18.5, I had 19, then I have 18.5 again. What we're first going to do is get the tea from the desk because I'm going to use some violence here. We're going to put this one in here. Let's see. Yeah, this is the first bend we're going to make. Oh, sorry, I have to do it right then. So what I do, just keep the line here, just at the top of it, like this. Yeah, just tighten it up a bit. And I use a piece of an axle because when I'm going to bend this, I want a nice smooth round edge and not a hard one. So that's why I use this axle. This actually determines my how it bends the diameter. Yeah, like that. Okay, just tighten up really. I use a nylon hammer. And what you do is, if you haven't got any experience with it, it's quite simple. Just take your left, if you're right, take your left hand and keep this one here tight. And I'm going to hit this one as hard as I can and just help it. Don't bend it with the left hand. Just make sure that when you hit the steel, that you use the left hand to help bend the steel. Here we go. So, like that. So now, we've got this angle here. You see? You will do just fine. Like this. So, here we got the first part of our helmet rack. My helmets are inside. I want to keep them in the hole. So yeah, well, if you choose to do that, in my opinion, you have to make sure that you have a cool way of storing these helmets. So that's why I thought, well, I need to make something cool. So fortunately, I found this picture on the internet. So I have to mention it again. Well, at least I feel obliged to mention again that someone else is responsible for this really cool design. But you can do a lot with it. You can, as I told you, in terms of material, you can use just about anything you like, even plastics. It really doesn't matter. This has to be firm, because a helmet, what does it weigh? Between 1.7 kilograms perhaps. So it has to be strong enough, otherwise when you put your helmet on here it will bend, so that's not what you want. So here we got it. The second thing is we need to create some holes in here, like this here, this hole, and here 2 holes. For this mock-up, I've used the holes to screw it and tighten it onto the wooden piece. But when I'm going to fix it on the wall, I'm just going to drill 2 holes. I'm going to fix this one on the wall with these 2 holes. So I put my screws in the wall. And this here, I want it to be blindly attached to the rack, so therefore I use double-sided tape. Put one here, here, and here, and I can just put it over this steel piece. So, well, if you have smarter options to blindly attach this one to a wall, please let me know, because I thought a lot about it, how to do it, and well, in the end I thought double-sided tape will probably be the best solution. But if you have better ideas, let me know. Before I go drilling holes in steel, I always use a center point. Okay, that's the hole. Now get the splinters off. Like that. This one here. Yeah, like that. Okay. Most important thing with this one here was that I had to find out how to make it look like the one I found on the internet. So I had made one, but I'm not going to use this one for my helmet because I had to do some adjustments to the length of this one here, and this one. So I changed it a bit. But nonetheless, I use a piece of metal. So I showed you this piece. It's 59 centimeters, and it should be enough for every type of helmet. It fits quite okay. And it has to be, because this wooden thing here. I'm going to have to use a chisel to get something out here to make it fit. And the next step is creating this, how do you call it? I have to get some wood out of this piece here to make the steel fit. So I'm going to use this here to determine how far I want to get it into the wood. Well, you could really measure it out perfect, and please do so. You'll probably get a better result than I do. Except for the painting, you can easily create a few of these things on one day. Okay. You see? Like this. So I'll do a last check if the galvanized pieces are gone. Get it out a bit. So now let's make sure there's no grease or residue on it. I'm going to do a first paint job. It's paint which you can use without needing a ground layer. You don't have to put something on it, on the steel first, before you can use this black paint. I really think this is something for a biker to do. I mean, in my opinion, bikers are really creative people. When I see guys with their motorcycles and what they do with it, how they customize it, I think projects like these are really suited for bikers. Well, determine for yourself if it's true, but I'm just giving you my opinion. So, I already did the painting of these the steel parts of the helmet rack. So I've already constructed 4 of them. I have mounted the smaller wooden disc on the steel. I've decided not to show you every step since I want to keep this video not too long, so it will be watchable. I already have mounted 3 helmet racks in the hole, so you already get an idea what it looks like. At the end of the video I will make some pictures which give you a more clear view of my helmet racks. So, last one I wanted to show you how I'm going to mount it. I drilled 2 holes, everything is lined up, so it's symmetric. I'm using these small plugs, just put them in a hole. Everyone can do this. And then I have some small screws here, they don't have to be too long. So just put the screw in here and just fit it in there. I use a small screwdriver, otherwise because of this here. And then I use this here just to check. Then you tighten these screws. Here I have the bigger wooden disc, and I'm going to use this double-sided tape. One here, put one here. It probably is too much, but just to play safe, I put, as you can see, 3 pieces of double-sided tape on the wooden disc. Okay. Just get a piece of plastic off. So we're going to use this tool here. We want to make sure that it's perfectly lined out. Now just push it on your wall. I forgot to mention it, you have to clean the surface of the wood. So now we have 4 helmet racks. So now that's all finished, I'm going to show you what it looked like when I put my helmets on the helmet racks. My Shoei terminus, like a glove. Then my Arai Corsair RX7 has a nice place there. And then my girlfriend's helmet. And you probably have noticed that you have to be careful with the distance between the lower one and the higher one. You don't want to hit this helmet when you put this helmet on. So that's it. That's the helmet rack, which you can easily make yourself. And if you would decide to make a helmet rack yourself, just share it in the comments. It's nice for me to know what you've designed, and perhaps for other people too. So again, thanks for watching, and you will be seeing me later.